Hi, Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh. So today, our team member would like to present about e-commerce scammers, focusing on the problem statement, a real life case study, and also the possible solution for the scammers. Okay, so this topic is very important in understanding how scam affect the growth and trust in our digital economy. Okay, so before we start, so let me introduce our team members first, which are led by Mr. Saiful Nizam, okay, and followed by Miss Noraisha Kamaruddin and also me, and also Hana binti Idris. Okay, so let me proceed about the e-commerce scammers. Okay, so this is the introduction about the e-commerce scammers. So the rise of e-commerce scammers in Malaysia. Okay, alright, so e-commerce scammers is growing. E-commerce itself, okay, basically is growing fast in Malaysia with platform like Shopee, Lazada, TikTok Shop, Shein, and so many like brand macam-macam lagi lah. Okay, so ada banyak sangat. Kita dah nampak, kita pun memang selalu menggunakan e-commerce itself. Alright, so but this growth has attracted scammers. Okey, disebabkan perkembangan inilah yang menyebabkan scammer semakin ramai, semakin berleluasa. Okey, kerana mereka nakkan cepatnya income tadi tu. Right? So, scammers the scammers will create a fake store, trick user with the phishing link, and also impersonate legitimate seller. Okay, so in 2023 alone, over 7,000 complaints were recorded. Okay, so around 57 million in loss were reported. Okay, one example includes scam on TikTok Shop where user paid for the fake electronic that were never delivered to the customer. Right? So this scam exposed deeper issue like weak enforcement and poor user education. Okay, next slide. Okay, to support our presentation today, here is the statistic by Cybersecurity Malaysia, which are about reported case or incident for year 2024. So as we can see, there is many type of reported case to cybersecurity, and the highest number of reported case was fraud. Okay, so fraud actually is a scam. Okay, scammer, also known as a scammer. So every month the reported case is high, so it shows that at Malaysia there is many scammers cases happen. Okay, so next slide. Okay, so this one is the second statistic by Bank Negara Malaysia. So the second highest reported case to the Polis Diraja Malaysia is about e-commerce scam. Alright, so this scammer tactic mostly act as a seller that fail to deliver the goods after the customer pay. Right? Thank you. So that's okay, next we look into the research paper as our reference. So we choose 3 paper as our reference. So the first one is about determinant of fraud victimization in Malaysian e-commerce. Okay, so this one is by Muhammad Z. Ismail and Tani AKA. So actually these papers explore the growing threat of e-commerce fraud in Malaysia. So highlighting how the rapid expansion of online platform has created the opportunity for scam that exploit both buyers and sellers. Okay, so the traditional fraud prevention method are seen as ineffective for the digital environment. So using routine activities theory, the paper identifies 3 factors that increase the fraud risk. So for the first one is the opportunity for fraud. So easy victim access, anonymous seller, and also weak transaction security. Okay, and then the second one, suitability of the target. Okay, so victim often lack awareness, digital skill, or skepticism. Okay, and then the last one, absence of capable guardianship. So inadequate platform security, weak regulation, and also limited monitoring. Okay. So the second research paper we choose is about a qualitative approach of KAP model against online scam in Malaysia. So the author is Azmi SNS, Jaiz Z, Samsudin and SN. Right, so this article examines that the growing risk of fraud in social commerce. Okay, so transaction conducted on platform like Facebook, Instagram and WhatsApp. So a survey of 488 Malaysian users found that 24% had experienced about the fraud or scammers. So the mainly involving first about the fake or misleading product listing, second one disappearing seller, third one is unsafe payment method. For example, direct transfer, not using the e-commerce platform itself. Okay, so the key root causes first is low entry barriers. Okay, no seller verification or business registration required. The second one, lack of regulation and oversight. And then the last one, consumer overtrust and low awareness. Okay, next. Okay, and then the last research paper that we choose is is about the current state of social commerce fraud in Malaysia and the mitigation strategies, authored by Talib YY, Rusli FH, 2020. Okay, so this article explore why Malaysia remain vulnerable to online scams using the knowledge attitude practice or KAP. Okay, so this KAP model analyze the behavioral factors through interview with scam victim and cybercrime officer. Okay, the study revealed a critical gap between what people know, how they feel, and what they are actually doing. Okay, so the key finding, so there is three key findings in this article. First is about knowledge. Okay, so most of people have limited or outdated understanding of scam tactic. Okay, and then new scam like the investment fraud and deep fakes are poorly recognized. Okay, and then the second one is about the attitude. Many feel overconfident and believe scam happen only to others, not the itself. Okay, so victim often blame themselves, leading to stigma and underreporting. And then the last one is about the practice. Even aware users still engage in risky behavior due to emotion or temptation. Okay, next. Okay, this one is about the importance of preventing e-commerce scam. Okay, preventing e-commerce scam is not just a matter of individual protection. So basically, this one is a vital for sustaining trust in Malaysia digital economy. Okay, so initiatives such as My Digital and also NESL 2.0 emphasize the importance of building a secure and inclusive digital ecosystem. However, when scams occur frequently, they erode the consumer confidence, discourage online shopping, and ultimately slow down the digital adoption, especially among vulnerable groups. Okay, so the rural population, the elderly, and even micro, small, and medium enterprise, okay, are particularly at risk, basically. Okay, so this group often have limited digital literacy and fewer resources to recover from financial loss, making them easy targets. Okay, so more importantly, the rise in scam expose systemic gaps, whether in legal protection enforcement or public awareness. Okay, so it suggests that while our digital economy is growing, our protective framework are not keeping pace. Okay, so I give next slide to Madam Aisha. Uh, Microphone please, Kak Aisha.
Bismillahirrahmanirrahim. Bismillahirrahmanirrahim. Allah. Thank you, Suhana, for the introduction. I will now proceed to elaborate on the analytical perspective underpinning on the key concern highlighted below. Okay, as for the key concern number one, customer trust. Scammers mimic brand fake reviews, fake account. Users become fearful to shop again. Example case, TikTok shop users refuse to repurchase post scam. Okay, scammers frequently exploit customer trust by impersonating legitimate brands, manipulating product credibility through fabricated review and promoting unrealistic discount across digital platform. Sometimes kalau kita tengok dekat dalam platform Shopee, kita tengok dalam platform TikTok, kita akan nampak the unrealistic discount. Contoh, kalau handphone tu harga RM1,000, tiba-tiba kita boleh dapat pada harga RM199. So itu kita boleh consider dia sebagai promoting unrealistic discount. As for the user become fearful to shop again, such deceptive tactics often lead to the repeated exploitation, causing users to lose confidence in online shopping and significantly eroding customer trust. That's why customer trust became a key concern number 1. A notable incident ataupun kita panggil dia shock example that drew the global attention was the TikTok shop scam in early 2023, where widespread fraud exposed critical platform vulnerabilities and left many victims hesitant to engage with the platform again. Dia telah menyebabkan TikTok shop telah mengalami kerugian yang sangat besar. So next slide for the key concern number 2, national digital economy goals. Malaysia national digital economy is primarily driven by the My Digital, the Malaysia Digital Economy Blueprint. However, the rapid pace of digitalization has exposed significant vulnerabilities, with online scam emerging as a critical obstacle to the successful implementation of My Digital objective. Scammers dia dah limitkan My Digital punya successfulness. Individual with low digital literacy, particularly those in rural areas, senior citizen, micro, small and medium enterprises are frequently targeted due to weaknesses in the system security and lack of awareness. Jadi dia face the higher risk for this digital economy goals. Trust loss slow digital adoption, where these issues undermine public trust in digital platform, consequently hinder the nation overall digital adoption effort. As for the key concern number 3, next slide please. For the legal gaps, Malaysia has established various legal framework to address digital fraud and cybercrime, including Akta Perlindungan Pengguna 1999, Akta Jenayah Komputer 1997, Akta Komunikasi dan Multimedia 1998, and Akta Perlindungan Data Pribadi 2010, along with the updated regulatory guideline issued by the Bank Negara Malaysia. Ada banyak sebenarnya law yang dah exist. Despite the existence of these laws, enforcement remain weak and inconsistent, limiting their overall effectiveness. Dia ada tapi dia limited. Dia ada tapi dia limited. Due to what? Due to the bureaucracy. This gap in enforcement allows scammers to swiftly shift to alternative platforms such as WhatsApp and Telegram, as they are often quicker to adapt than the authorities. Dia tak boleh masuk dekat platform Shopee, dia tak boleh masuk dekat platform TikTok. Okay, dia attack WhatsApp dengan Telegram. Sebab tu kalau kita pernah, even kita sendiri pun pernah face this kind of experience di mana kita punya Telegram dah dihack. Ada orang nak try pinjam duit daripada kita, minta tolong kita bank in duit and so on. This is the scammers punya activity. Victims are frequently unsure about where or how to report such incident. Dah jadi masalah, tak tahu nak report dekat mana. And even when report are made, walaupun report telah dibuat, there is often a lack of coordination among enforcement agencies. Macam mana? Contoh dia. Cases may be referred from the PDRM to MCMC, then to the Cybersecurity Malaysia, only to be left unresolved due to fragmented processes and bureaucracy ambiguity. PDRM cakap MCMC, MCMC cakap cyber security pointing back to the PDRM, end up hanging. Itu adalah key concern yang highlighted dekat dalam legal gaps. Next slide. As for the key concern number 4, lack of awareness. Many victims or numerous victims are unable to recognize common scam indicator, including the inability to differentiate between legitimate and fake URLs or identify unsolicited link received across the digital platform. Contoh macam ni. Kalau kita ambil example di KPTM Batu Pahat. Untuk pelajar diploma in IT, pelajar diploma in computer science, pelajar diploma in computer system and networking, they all are aware about this cybercrime. Cybercrime activity, cyber security work, cyberspace and so on. But not for those student in diploma in human resource and diploma in computer graphic design. This reflects a significant gap in public education and awareness regarding scam detection and online safety. So next slide for the key concern number 5, platform negligence. E-commerce platform often act as passive intermediaries in consumer protection, showing delays in detecting and responding to the fraudulent activity. Dia ada sistem capable untuk detect the fraud, capable untuk detect the vulnerabilities. Tapi again, it is related to the action to be taken. Okay, showing delays, itu masalahnya. Ineffective seller verification process contribute to slow intervention, allowing scam to persist before action is taken. Kita nak ambil proses untuk seller verification, tapi hackers dah attack dulu. Hackers dah take place dulu. Tak sempat nak buat apa. In contrast, digital platform in UK and Europe are subject to restricted regulation where they are held more accountable for the safety and transparency of their online marketplace. So next slide for the key concern number 6, victim impact. Scam have significant social and psychological impact on victim. They are often trigger emotional distress, including fear, guilt, shame, embarrassment, and anxiety, particularly in cases involving identity theft. That's why kita sangat concern apabila kita nak berurusan dengan bank, kita nak berurusan dengan institusi keuangan. Tiba-tiba kalau kita nak apply loan, nama kita telah digunakan oleh another party untuk apply another loan. Yang mana kita tak apply pun loan tersebut. Tahu-tahu nama kita dah masuk CCRIS, nama kita dah masuk CTOS. Okay, ini adalah kerja daripada e-commerce scammers. Okay, such traumatic experiences diminish consumer trust, resulting in reduced confidence and reluctant to engage in the future e-commerce activity. Sekarang ni kalau consumer experience this kind of impact, okay, kita tak boleh nak achieve My Digital NESR 2.0. Kita nak beralih arah kepada everything is digitalized. Dah tak boleh. Sebab user worry, user bimbang, user risau. Okay, user risau in social and psychologically impacted on them. For the slide number statistical overview, okay, in year 2023, Cybersecurity Malaysia recorded over 9,000 plus e-commerce scam cases, making a 39% increase compared to 2021. This indicates a persistent and alarming year-on-year rise in cybercrime across the country. Malaysia saja setiap tahun dia bertambah. As reported by the Cybersecurity Malaysia, kita boleh tengok fraud ini dia menjuarai carta reported incident. E-commerce scam now account for 40% of all reported online fraud cases in Malaysia. According to data from the Malaysian Communication and Multimedia Commission (MCMC), year 2023, 33.5% of users had encountered online scam, yet only 28% were aware of how to report such incident. This statistic directly highlight key concern number 4 previously, the lack of public awareness and reporting literacy, which continues to determine efforts in combating digital fraud. Next slide. For the platform response, in response to the growing threat of online scams, several digital platforms have taken active measures to enhance consumer protection. In early 2022, Shopee Malaysia took action by removing over 1,200 fake or suspicious seller accounts prompted by user complaint and alerts from its fraud detection system. Can you imagine the size of the fake sellers or fake suspicious sellers or fake account in a huge number? Meanwhile, for the TikTok Shop Malaysia, as part of its public relation initiative, it is introduced AI-driven fraud detection system in early 2023, aimed at proactively identifying and monitoring suspicious seller behavior. However, despite this intervention, both platforms, Shopee Malaysia, TikTok Shop Malaysia, continue to face significant challenges in addressing the escalating scale and sophistication of online fraud, underscoring the urgent need for more comprehensive and adaptive security measures. Semakin kita advance dekat dalam teknologi, semakin white hackers, black hackers, grey hackers semakin maju. Sebab tu kalau any action has been taken, hackers still dapat penetrate masuk ataupun scammers still dapat penetrate masuk dekat dalam kita punya platform. Okay, at this point, I would like to invite my colleague Nizam to proceed with the next part of the presentation.
Alright, Bismillahirrahmanirrahim. Assalamualaikum. So, this one for the third section will be my part. Okay, actually this showing about the Malaysian legal and regulatory framework, which is we have 5. The first one will be Akta Perlindungan Pengguna (APP), and then the short form is APP 1999, and the second one is Akta Komunikasi and Multimedia 1998. It will call the AKM 1998. And then the third one, Akta Jenayah Komputer 1997, which is called the CCA 1997. And then the fourth, Akta Perlindungan Data Peribadi 2010, which is called PDPA. This one will, I can say, covering and then log your own peripherals, infographic about yourself. And then another last one, which is the Bank Negara Malaysia BNM, the guidelines. So I want to explain, as e-commerce actually continue to grow rapidly in Malaysia. So actually to does that the trade online fraud and scam, and then the Malaysian government has developed a robust legal regulatory framework to safeguard the digital consumer, enforce we call that one the cybercrime penalties, and regulate online business practice. Okay, and then for the first one just now, for the APP 99, which is this one, I can say is a protect consumer for false claim, fraud, and mispresentation in online transaction. Means this one is not clear everything about the things that you want to selling. And then the second one point for the first, and the enable victim to seek redress through the Tribunal Consumer Claim, the Malaysia TTPM. The TTPM is a call about the Tribunal Tuntutan Pengguna Malaysia. So everything happened to you, maybe you got scammed, everything you can report in here. And then the third point for the first one, which is relevant for non-delivery defective goods and misleading advertisement, which is you saying that you're selling a motorcycle, but once you buy it, actually it's a toys of a motorcycle. That's a false claim, and a misleading advertisement about that one. Okay, the second one, which is the Akta Komunikasi, this one the short form, the AKM 1998. This one the regulates online content and digital communication service. And then this one, I can say everything that you're trying to upload, everything that you're trying to showing to the outside, to the internet user, so everything need to be sure everything is I can say is valid one lah. Okay, and then the second one, criminalize that spread the fraudulent content and phishing attempts via digital platform. So this one sometimes you trying to sharing that really not the false thing. So and then and one of it trying to doing your phishing attempt, maybe based on your links, and then you try to click the links, and then maybe you will need to enter all the info that I can say private things that can make your being hacked, later maybe being scammed. Okay, the third point for the second one, which is empowered by MCMC to take down which is the scam website and prosecute the offenders one. And then you notice this lately that people sharing your link, something that maybe you can what call that one, to get the beras percuma lah, everything, something like that, right? Maybe you got the what call that one, donation 200, and then you need to fill the form, enter your IC, everything will be there. So if you notice that one, actually you're sharing everything completely, your info to other scammers. So they were trying to do I can say to trying to hack another way lah. Maybe through your what kind of one, the e-commerce thing, and then maybe trying to forget the password with your account. So it will happen you as soon as possible, I can say. And then the third one, the Atajaya, this one, the CCA 1997. This one actually target the cyber crime and the activities, which is including hacking. Just now I said about hacking, right? About the phishing, the identity theft. This one just now you sharing everything, right? And then the data breaches. This one also, the SEC also for the second point, which is I can say is a provide legal mechanism, which is to charge a scammer who access a system or personal data unlawfully, which is they are doing everything that not follow the rules and the law. Maybe they are trying to access with your account, something like that. And then the third point, I can say key law for investigating and prosecuting a digital financial fraud. So this one, sometimes the charging of the what call that one, the something what call that one, you doing key law or something that related with your product, something like that, right? So mostly that amount should not be like that. Maybe selling that I can say a software is like below 10,000, but you already charge inside there more than should be one, maybe a more 20,000 and above, something like that. Okay, and then fourth, this one, the PDPA, is more for protect your information one. Okay, and then this one is protect user personal data from being misused by online merchants or scammer. So I can say, if you notice that anything that you're trying to register nowadays, right? If let's say you want to register the things that you add online, the starting that before you doing a registration, probably they will showing you one of the what kind of one, the information guide. Either you want to accept or decline. So there, if that one is let's say that one is from the Malaysian website, actually that one already showing there, that one is under the PDPA. Let's say that website not follow that rule, and then suddenly once you enter your PDPA, that's a good thing. Actually you can use that what kind of the information just now that you already have screenshot or something like that, right? And then maybe you can use the law to maybe charge them with specific things. And okay, and then second point, for this fourth, for the PDPA one, obligate the e-commerce platform to safeguard personal and payment information. So this one, everything that you're doing for the transaction, everything should be that need to be a safeguard, something that refer to your payment gateway. So everything should be under the what that one, it's under PDPA, but all the info is there. So this means you cannot sharing to the others, everything. So everything is only you only can access. Alright, and then the third point, the vital interesting privacy violation and unauthorized data sharing. So this one, the third point for number 4, actually let's say your privacy is violated. So and then people use it without unauthorized, right? So probably this one you can addressing this one just now I say lah. You can addressing this one to the in charge in the law one. So everything that probably that maybe you can start with the charge with the really a maximum, depends on you guys. You see you got a lawyer or something like that, okay. And then for number 5, which is the BNM guidelines 2022. This one actually a good thing. Is introduced to combat financial fraud and mule account activities. Bank Negara, I can say BNM, it checks everything that related with the online activities. So let's say that online activities is more than like you doing that one, the scam thing, and then maybe got the something, the judi, something like that, right? Probably they're starting to notice that your account suddenly that starting to growing the money so fast. So that's a good thing about the BM, the guideline is one. So that's why they said a new account activities. Okay, the second point for number 5, this one, the mandate transaction monitoring and the real time fraud detection. This is a good thing. So I can say customer authentication for online banking and wallets, the more concern for it. So everything that you're doing, the transaction, and then you're doing for the I can say the scammer trying to doing the fraud. So actually it's detecting by the real time detection, which is using the AI one. So I can say this 2035 probably that we have a lot of tools, but it depends on us that is it we use it or not. Yeah, okay. And then the third point for number 5, you need to support which is a public awareness campaign and cooperate between the banks and law enforcement. And then not only law enforcement only maybe probably this one you need to include inside the adun or something like that. Maybe probably bring it to the top one and then this one need to be more concerned about the related about the awareness regarding the legal and regulatory framework. Okay, and then the conclusion, this framework work collectively to protect consumer. So it's I can say it will penalize the offenders that making the mistake about this one and strengthen the digital trust in the Malaysian e-commerce ecosystem. So I can say for now that really popular all the e-commerce site for now is really powerful, the strength for their application. But we're not sure how about the really small e-commerce sites on that. I think they're still I can say they're still looking for it. Maybe probably they are sometimes I can say attacked by the hackers and scammers also. And then after that one, we need actually the effective enforcement and public awareness actually the key to reduce these scam incidents. Okay, all right. Okay, the next slide. Okay, this one regarding the global regulatory framework. So we got 4. So I just showing to you, which is the first one is GDPR. Once you people say the GDPR, this one from European Union. So you know this one is regarding the General Data Protection Regulation, means this one is cover around the Europe one, which is England, maybe the one Swedish country. So mostly it's cover European one. And then the second one is UK 2023. This one the Online Safety Act. So I can say this one mostly that cover for the consumer mostly. And then the third one, the FTC, this one from the USA one. So this one will be I can say the Federal Trade Commission regulation. And then the fourth, this one will be the fine and enforcement mechanism. So start number 1. So I can say this. Okay, this one is for the GDPR. It's enforce the strict rules on the data collection uses and user consent. So that's mean everything that you key into their system, all the data collection and the uses and also user consent, everything they are put that one as important things. So what you trying to do, or you want to trying to not including that's supposed to be probably that really a bit dangerous for the maybe not a checkout one lah, maybe for the final things that you want to do. Let's say you want trying to selling, or you as a consumer is trying to buy, maybe got a problem on the last one or the final one. Okay, and then the second point, which is this one, to hold the e-commerce platform accountable for data breaches and or unauthorized use of the personal data. So that's mean once you register there, you can use that place only. So it will not like you register on the platform A, actually you can log in also on the platform B without doing the registration, and then maybe your data also can other people also can take it and maybe sharing to other people. So I can say for the GDPR, they will hold it, and then so they are, I can say, they're accountable for your data from breaches, for breach. Okay, and then the third point for the number one, which is promote the transparency and trust, and helping the reduce identity based e-commerce fraud. So this one is a good thing, which is even the what kind of one, the seller trying to become a somebody that selling the cheaper one, but actually trying doing a fraud thing. So actually the GDPR itself will notice it. Maybe they got the tools, or the maybe the not a platform, tools, maybe a mechanism, maybe they help to they want to reduce this identity based on e-commerce fraud. Because you can say for us that the My Digital in Malaysia just do it, like we trying to that maybe the law in things everything need to using the My Digital, right? But probably this the GDPR maybe long time ago already implement inside their what kind of one, the initiative for to prevent the data breaches. Okay, and then the fourth point for this number one, for the GDPR, non-compliance can lead to fine up to 20 million euro, and maybe probably that maybe 4% of a global turnover one. So how many that let's say one of the hacker guilty, maybe not hacker, that is scammer, or hacker that one guilty, probably they can find up to 20 million euro. So that one is really big amount for them lah. But that's a good really big one amount. Okay, number two, which is the act, the UK one, the online safety. This one actually we aim, I can say it aims to regulate the harmful online content, and including the fraudulent advertisement and the scams one. So that's mean all the sites, all the web application, or the app that you're trying to install, everything already I can say listing and maybe the checking by them first. So because without their filter all the things probably that harm their not a consumer like maybe their citizen or something like that, and then because you're trying to prevent from the data breaches everything from them. And then the second point for the number two one, because this one impose the duty of care on online platform proactively, which is their monitor and then detect and remove scam content. So everything that you're trying to selling as a scammer one, the fraud one, they say trying to like I can say copy and paste or something like that, right? They're trying to selling, but if they're not somebody report, probably the site or maybe the app will be taking down. Okay, and then the third point for law of Ofcom is stand for the officer of communication. So a law of Ofcom to investigate and find the non-compliant company. So probably anything happen like being scam or being hacked or something like that, and then suddenly you report to their government agency, something like that. So a officer of the communication will investigate, and then if they're found, and then they will find the non-compliant companies that involve this thing. Okay, and then the last point for the number two, which is a key for addressing the social media and marketplace based scams. So this one they are more focused on the regarding the social media also lah, and also the marketplace, because if you notice, right, nowadays that probably that trying to scanning or selling the items or products, right, in the social media, I don't think so that's the true one lah, the genuine product. Sometimes they're trying to scam, because it's really not logical, because you imagine there's something that Suhana sharing saying just now, that about the what the one the Aisyah also sharing just now about the selling the phone. The phone is thousand something, but it's selling 100 something. So that's not logic. So that's why I can say, that's why the key of dressing the one, they're pointing to the social media and the marketplace. The marketplace is an example that inside the Facebook itself lah. The one that we can see, like inside the Facebook, actually a lot of another alternative site that actually have the marketplace based system. They also have an issue about regarding the scam things. Okay, and then the number 3, the FTC, this one for the USA one. Okay, this one, the FTC actually I can say monitor and enforce law on consumer protection and deceptive the practice. So everything that for the consumer, they are really, I can say 100%, they guide them, not only guide one, protect and guide them. So anything happen to you, once you report, and then they will, I can say, they will start to investigate, and then all the deceptive practice they follow. So if anything happen, actually I can say that probably that it's belong to you, because even not 100% that return to back to you, but at least it cover you 100% one lah. Okay, a second point for the number 3 one, which is e-commerce platform might ensure the truthful advertising, fair billing, and data security. So this e-commerce, there's very specific more e-commerce platform, what you doing for the advertising, everything. So that's mean that is correct thing. So without any like you trying to playing around, like you want to selling A, actually you giving a B. So they need to like giving a first example that what you want to selling for that advertising inside the FTC things. So and then the fair billings means for the items or the product or services that you selling is, I can say in Malay calling a masuk akal lah. So what you selling, it should be there. So and then the data security, so this one for your own data protection lah, which is your data is there without sharing to anybody. This one for the FTC things regulations. And then the third point for number 3, which is frequently issue enforcement action, penalties and consumer alert on a scam trend. So this good, the issue, the enforcement action ones, right? So anything that happen, they need to start it, they need to do action, and then once found it, and then they starting to doing the penalty. And then the best thing, the third point and the number 3, this one, right, which is the consumer alert. So anything happen that really on the trend, something like that, right, how people scam you, everything, they were sharing, maybe the social media, maybe they're sharing on their news. So that's a good on the FTC, on the part the under USA. And then number 4, fine and enforcement mechanism. Okay, this thing, the number 4 fine and enforcement mechanism, actually is combined 3, which is number 2 and 3, which is I can say the GDPR, FTC and UK laws in here, all includes robust financial penalty and legal remedies. Means they combine everything. So anything that suspicious, something that really saying that you really the scammers that already doing the scam, the hack, everything. So you already shown them that you somebody that doing it, maybe they will start doing the penalties and doing the legal remedies. So it means the legal remedy will start doing the on the court and lawyer, everything. Okay, the second one, which is enforcement is backed by government agency. That's a good thing. And then also the cross-border collaboration. So because of the cross-border collaboration, because we got the export, the import, right? So maybe from the China, and then maybe from the we got the one for the Turkey, maybe from the outside the country, like from the Africa. So everything there that maybe the cross-border collaboration is got there. Usually everything is there. So anything that you're doing, you got the you need to follow a rules lah. So depends and then the best thing on this fine and enforcement mechanism actually say backed by government agencies. Okay, and then the third point for this number 4, severe consequences for platform negligence and including bans, takedown and civil liabilities. So if you already banned something like that, maybe you already as a false scammer or false seller, right? Sure, you got a penalty, you got maybe got a ban, and then your website will be taken down, or your app will be, maybe your user will be banned forever, something like that, and maybe got the civil liabilities like what the one, the maybe the fine, something like that. Okay, and then we got a conclusion for this one. This global framework actually promotes accountability and transparency and user protection. So, which is the critical elements in the fight against the e-commerce scam. Malaysia benchmark actually, I can say, and adapt the best practice for stronger local regulation and digital safety. Not only that lah, I can adapt somewhat, which is we starting a small area first, like among our Southeast Asia. Maybe you can start with, which is another mechanism that maybe can protect around the Southeast Asia first. So maybe got something that something have a transparency for what you trying to selling, what you trying to import or export, something for doing an e-commerce thing. Okay, next slide. Okay, this one for the legal and global comparison. Okay, I can say that Malaysian laws are outdated. Actually, they are giving really low fines, around from the 1,000 ringgit Malaysia to 50,000 ringgit Malaysia. That's really low one. Even for the outside, like from the Europe or US, something like that, is more really higher. And then in contrast, that EU GDPR that actually offers strong for our user data protection. Even for the UK, the just now UK Online Safety Right or Safety Act, that actually enforce a platform responsibility. Means you already have your sites, so you have your own platform. So this means you need to make sure you enforce the responsibility, which you need to protect your consumer. And then the FTC, the one under the USA, actually they regulate for the false advertising lah. They are always focused on the false advertising. They will take down that things. Okay, we can actually from these things, we can learn from this global standard. So actually Malaysia follow this standard to make sure that it can protect our consumer, not only consumer, which is our citizen also. So that maybe probably they want to use our e-commerce things. Okay, alright, and the next is theoretical models. According to the stakeholder theory, everyone has a role, which is I can say user, platform, regulator, and even banks. So from this one, that we have a SWOT analysis, which is strength, weakness, opportunity, and trade, which is the one, the SWOT thing, which is for the strength. We already have some laws, so we can follow it. And then the weakness, problem is on our side of the enforcement and coordination are poor. So I think we should improve this thing on the weakness. Okay, in the Malaysian side. Okay, and then the opportunity, which is we can use the AI and also the technology trend, maybe the latest technology to detect scams. Not only that, because right now even the software also right now a lot open source one. Even the GitHub also we can sharing the code. That maybe I can say they can starting to doing the research about that one. Okay, and then based on the code, everything, maybe you can, how you want to implement the AI to check their activities or something like that. Okay, and then the last one, we got a trade, which is the problem is scammers keep evolving faster than the system, because we in really a new era trends, because everything is faster, so you need to follow on, and you need to I can say, if you late follow, I can say that there's a problem. So if you late and you are slow, so probably that one will really big disaster on your side. or maybe on your platform. Okay. Okay, for the next one, the key recommendations. This one, we recommend stronger actions on this one, which is clear fines for the scammers syndicates. Okay, and then the mandatory for seller verification means before you're doing for the registration, right? So probably need to upload something that really important, because one of the example that we have just now, that maybe probably the on the login we have alternative authorization, which is we can use my digital ID for the application or the website for the e-commerce one. And then for the third one, which is we can use the real-time fraud detection AI. So probably this one, yes, you can use, but probably this one really high costing for using the AI one, because you not only detect a same fraud activity, but probably you need to be really intelligent enough to detect how actually that probably the people can do the scammers and uh, hacking things on your the platform. Okay, and then national scam blacklist system. So actually this is a good thing, which is I'm not sure that we have or not. Maybe they can put this one on their the mechanism one, which is we got the scammer blacklist thing, something that probably API before the anything that people want to register, maybe they start can detecting by checking the IC, or maybe their passport number. Even is it this one the blacklist people or not? Is it possible that can making them as a seller or not? Okay. And then we call the last one, which is the digital safety education nationwide. So this one actually implement the nationwide digital safety education, which especially for the older users. So because with the era that really young person, young people that mostly that really up to date about our technology, right? And I can say kesian also the old people that born that 50 and I can say that 50 years old right now lah, and above. So maybe some of them that really the IT one not good enough. So that's why we need to make sure that we have an education to teach them to understand what actually the thing that you need to know. Okay. And then the last one, okay, this one the conclusion about the things that e-commerce e-commerce scam, this one is scammer one, right? So in conclusion, the e-commerce scam erode public trust and threaten nation digital economy goals. Okay. And then the second one, we need a legal reform lah, a better technology, and probably the public education that sharing to among our citizens also. Okay. And then the third one that I can say this is not job for one group lah. So this one need to be a multi stakeholder approach one lah. And then another thing, maybe the government agency, and then probably somebody that really got popularity, not popularity lah, really somebody that people can believe lah, can sharing about the what they want regarding the about the scam and everything about this one. Okay, the last one, only then we can build a safe trusted digital marketplace. So that's mean everything that people want trying to install, trying to use, so maybe they got a grade, something like that. Is it this one is it good or not? So all depends on your review or everything. Okay, so that's only my share. So I can say this one the end of our sharing this group project one regarding the the e-commerce scammer. Okay. So Kak Isha and Kak Suhana, anything you want to say?
Yeah, for me.
Okay, all right. So I want to say everything. Thank you. So we'll end up this sharing now. Okay, right. Bye.
Okay, thank you.
Thank you
Bye.
everyone.
Bye.
Bye.